everybody? So today I'm going to be talking about a topic pretty, I think a pretty important topic. Something that's pretty near and dear to my heart. So, and today I'm going to be talking about how the flower smells better a bit further away. So, what led me to talk about this topic was I saw a flower in my backyard, and I went up to it, as one would do. I went up pretty close to the flower, right? And from my perspective, I was like, let me try and get as close as possible so I can get like the best scent, right? The best aroma, like a nice whiff of it, you know what I mean? But what I got instead was not much. It was just this little faint scent, a bit dull and with not a ton of substance. And then I stepped back a bit and I realized that the flower smelled better a bit further away. And then I realized, how much that applies to life in general. It's like we think that kind of like being super close to something will make it better, right? But sometimes all it takes is taking a step back and really being able to take in all the information and take in everything and then go from there. Then think about it from there with a different perspective. And usually it smells better. With relationships and love, like sometimes, I've thought and I think that, like I just gotta get closer, but then I realize like it's actually like the space in between us that leads to us having a stronger connection and like growing the love. So yeah, it's just something interesting to think about in life. Another one is making progress towards something. Like you might think just going all in. I'm all in on this. I'm diving head first, but then even if you get there, like it doesn't smell that good. It doesn't. Even when you're there, like when you're there, it's not. You don't enjoy it. You know what I mean? Because it's just too much. You're just too close, and it's just too much. But then when you take a step back, actually have like a little patience, slow down a bit, maybe collect some more information, change your perspective, change your strategy, add some new ingredients, um, take some time for yourself, um, then you might realize that the work you do is a lot more fruitful and will smell a lot better for you and everyone else involved. Because you don't want to just go throughout life head down all the time. You'll never see the beauty along the way. Another thing is, when you're watching a movie or watching something or watching anything going on, a movie or a show or it's my cat, Pika. So, yeah, when you're watching anything, like, you can't really see it if it's up close, you know what I mean? It's pretty hard to see up close. But then when you take a step back, it looks really beautiful. You get to see all the components, all the all the different characters, you know, you get to see all the different colors, all the different elements of the scene. But if you're so close to something, you can't see its beauty. You really can't see its beauty unless you zoom out a bit, Look for the other things about that thing or that person or that view, like sometimes if you would just take a step back, you could see the view a bit better and you could see life a bit better, and maybe you wouldn't treat loss as such a bad thing in the end of the world, and more just as a stepping stone in the journey of your life, in the journey of your love, To love something requires sometimes for you to lose it. And that's what makes it so special. If you just had everything forever, then nothing would ever be special because it would just always be there, you know what I mean? So the fact that you have to work for love and that you have to fight for love, and the fact that you have to put in effort to love and for love and to love others and things is what makes it so beautiful. So those are just some of the things I've been thinking about recently. Just some thoughts on my mind. And, I hope this little analogy helps you guys. And, have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. Be reasonable. And have fun.